All right. 90% of viewers are probably not gonna get this, but check out my gravel pit. Where my Wu-Tang fans at? Hey! What is up, everybody? Adam Goit with Brookside Landscape and Design, and I wanted to give you a little recap of a project that we finished a little while ago. But this is some clients that I met with out in Hansville, probably back in the winter. That's why we did the project in the spring. Anyways, they had 2 or 3 areas that they wanted to work on. The first of which is an area right off the front of their driveway here. Lawn was never going to be successful. And they wanted to create a second and almost a third outdoor living spaces that they could hang out, capture the sun and shade at different times in the yard. So I just want to showcase what we did and what we finished here. So here you can see, this was all just gravel. These clients had just bought this house about 2 years ago, I think. And this was all just gravel. The previous owner was just using it for more parking. And they wanted to create another space here that they could relax and hang out. So to do that, we actually built this boulder wall. We used a combination of granite boulders and high cascade granite to build the wall, and basically created this cool entertainment center, outdoor living space. You can see they've got the fire pit, they've got the chairs. This was old pavers that were falling apart and busted, so we used some old flagstone on the property, created a new flagstone entryway down over to the front yard. And then we also, down below here, created some more garden space. It's going to be a shade garden space. This is a shrub that we moved over from a different part of the yard, brought it over here. Kind of creates privacy from the street. You can see we put some nice stone treads coming down, which then do take you somewhere, right? It always bothers me when there's steps or bridges that go to nothing. So these steps come down, and although the gravel path isn't finished, it leads you to a path down into the woods, down to their RV, and then you can also go this way and go off into the yard. So turned out really great. They're really happy, and I can't wait to see how they're going to use this space. So as you walk into the side yard, this was a 2-part project. The biggest concern here was drainage and very, very wet soil. So that was a problem. It was a problem that we needed to fix. An attempt to fix it had been made by a septic company and the previous owner, all which failed. It didn't work. So I came up with an idea for a way that we could take care of the drainage and the very, very wet soil, but also create a secondary space for them to enjoy that's actually going to be right next to where they're going to have a hot tub installed. So let me show you that. So we are looking at what was just nothing but squishy wet clay, nothing drained well. Basically, you can see this line of new grass seed. Everything below this is the drain field. In the wettest months of the year, it would stay somewhat dry. Everything above that you could barely walk in. So there was already a drain that went across the tree line, but it was really not fixing the problem, because a lot of the problem was just the type of soil. So we had 2 options. One, we could dig everything out, take a lot of dirt away, and then come in with new sandier soil, new drains and things like that. But the other idea I had was, what if we raised the whole area, get it up above the really wet soil? We still excavated a lot of clay. We still took a lot of clay away, but we brought the whole area up, and so now they've got a space right up there where they're going to be able to set up a table and chairs. Right there in the back, you can see where we've got our wheelbarrow and stuff. Like I said, we're working on the pond right now. They're going to have a hot tub installed. And this is completely, so you got a boulder wall here with steps coming down, but the entire area is completely built up with clean gravel, right? So there is tons of space for water to dissipate and go down into the soil. And then we also put a drain behind the wall and tied it into some downspout and foundation drains that then take it out to the street, which all function. All of the lawn area in front here, we excavated out 6 inches of clay, brought in some nice sandy 50-50 lawn blend, and then replanted the lawn. So that water is the water that is in this area will drain and go away. Rather than just having a French drain along here, we took the French drain away and we made it a dry creek bed. So any water coming off that hillside from over here and over here is gonna move across and then head out to the street where there's a culvert. So you see we've got lighting, we've got another boulder wall, we've got steps, tons of clean gravel all the way around. We excavated everything out on this side. This is completely brought back up with 5 to 6 inches of clean gravel. We got drains along the house, so it's just tons and tons of options and ways for water to go to the places we want it to go and to make this place a more functional but dry place for them to hang out. So
here in the front yard, we ripped out a bunch of nasty gravel with a bunch of weeds in it, a little bit of sod, dig down a little bit, kind of roughed up the dirt, planting beds all in here. We have our rock wall going along the driveway, filling all this in with clean gravel so it drains well. We have our treads here. We're gonna gravel right here, and these guys are going down here to a little pathway through the woods, so that's pretty sweet. But here's what we have up here in the front yard. So today what we'll be working on out here is they have this old flagstone over here, and we are gonna put some minus gravel, compacts really well. That's also just clay in there. Flagstone pathway here, just a gravel pad right here for sitting, hanging out, relaxing. Beautiful garden, beautiful plants, trees. So it's gonna be a really sweet front yard. So we are officially, well, not really officially, we still have to move that plant over here, but look at this over here. We got our flagstone path infilled with the Techniseal Pro Series joining sand. It's by Nextgel, and got this all infilled, so it's gonna you brush it in dry and then you hose it down good, and that's gonna seal up really nice. And it's really cool once you throw some water on these flagstone, they really bring out the color. Now let's head to the backyard. Hey, all right guys, so another boulder wall going in here. We have Alex and Jack back here. I'm making a video. Install 1.5 inch clean gravel. There were horrible drainage problems up here. That's all clay. This is where the dry creek bed's gonna go. But then, yeah, see the drainage is gonna go behind the wall here. Treads right here, drainage shooting down, and then ties into that, which shoots it down into the culvert down there. And yeah, we're rocking and rolling, so hopefully we'll get some good time lapse for you guys today. Stay tuned, we're coming at you. Get familiar with Brookside, baby. our focus today is to finish up this wall running along here, and then that's going to meet with our dry creek bed running along there, and then this is going to get fresh topsoil. Yeah, and we're pretty much done. We just need to do a little bit of seed and peat and a little bit of mulch to kind of clean up the lawn and the beds, and maybe just a little dusting and gravel to kind of finish everything off up here.
That's a wrap on another Brookside project. Stay tuned, we got a pond build going on and a fountain, so check you later.
Oh yeah, let's get it, come on! Yeah, well, life's been good to me so far.